For the first time ever, we are able to build March Madness brackets on Underdog. We got our own Deposit Kingdom and Badge Bros contest completely free with $2,500 in prizes. Make sure you guys check the show notes in the description to join that. And today we're gonna pull up the bracket. We're gonna look at ownership percentage, what the field's doing, try to compare those against futures odds, KenPom rankings, all that good stuff. Figure out what are the best leverage plays, and just have some fun talking shop about March Madness. And we'll also, of course, hit on a little of the NFL hot stove big trades today, or one, I should say, with Jaylen Waddle headed to the Broncos. I'm Pete with Nez and John. Let's do it. All right, here we are, guys. Exciting day here on the channel. We're going to talk a lot about brackets here, but man, Jaylen Waddle to the Broncos. I feel like whoever was working on that one kept that one under wraps because I didn't hear too many rumors about that one.
Did you not? Because on an Underdog sanctioned show, Aqib Talib basically broke the news like a day before. He was like, because he said the Broncos are going to be tough. And Skip was doing a Skip thing saying, no, there's no way. And he said, we're going to make a spot. You watch out, AJ Brown, Jaylen Waddle, you watch out. They're going to make a splash. So like Jaylen Waddle, I don't even think had been rumored yet. And he snuck that out there. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. I love thinking about like them keeping it under wraps, trying not to like get it out, but somehow Aqib Talib is the one who gets the nugget and then just like blasts it off on a show, which I assume is the one thing they were trying to prevent from happening.
I'm almost certain that wasn't the plan.
Dude, someone's got to clip that.
I think it's kind of a funny trade in that it's like pretty impactful football wise. Like I think what it means for the Broncos, what it means for the Dolphins, but then like fantasy wise, it's like I was checking in on our Fantasy Life Slack, and Dwayne's like, I'm not even moving him in my rankings. I had him wide receiver 25, like maybe moving Bo Nix up a smidge. And then the wide receivers left in Miami now. It's like such a desolate wasteland there that it's like maybe not that impactful for fantasy.
Huh. I haven't given it much thought through that lens. I had an instant comp that came to mind. You guys remember when Emmanuel Sanders got traded to the Broncos?
Man,
like 26, 27 years old, like in that like exact window where they wanted to go for it with Peyton Manning. Like that was the comp that came to my mind instantly, where I was like, this team's like pretty much top to bottom, one of the best teams in the AFC. And now they addressed like a major need. Like, you think about the last year's, like the game that you were at, there was a conference finals game there, Pete, where it's like, as soon as Pat Bryant got hurt, it was just like, dude, what are we doing at the wide receiver position? Like we've tried to make Marvin Mims happen for so many years here. They tried to do the Joker thing with Evan Ingram. There, it's like they had the most important, impactful game of their life, and they're running out Lil Jordan Humphreys. So I think like getting Waddle on a team level is just like a win,
Oh yeah, for sure. It's kind of funny because you look at the trajectory of Sean Payton in Denver, and there's been that like hubris of like, I can make anything work. I will fix Russell Wilson. And then he's like, fuck, I can't fix Russell Wilson. I'm drafting Bo Nix the second I get a chance. And then he's like, I don't need wide receivers. He's like, I'll make Little Jordan Humphrey a thing. And now he's like, all right, fuck. I made it to the divisional round. Can't get over the hump. We need a wide receiver. So, he's learning along the way, it would appear.
He also did we'll make Jaleel McLaughlin work too, and then was like, oh, we got to go get RJ Harvey and J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, man. Have you guys drafted any NFL big board teams yet? Or are you still staying pure to other sports?
I'm doing slows, man. I'm doing quite a few slows, mostly like the mid to high dollar ones. And I think I did one fast draft, and it was fine. But yeah, I'm banging out some slows right now. And honestly, I mean, I'm sure I'm not alone in this. I feel like pretty lost. And I also feel like nobody's a good pick after like round 5. I'm like, wow, all these guys are terrible. But that always seems to flip. Like after the NFL draft, I gain more like irrational confidence in the picks that I'm making. But as of right now, I feel like everybody that I'm selecting has like, 500 yards and like 3 touchdowns in their range of outcomes.
So true, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I might be a prisoner in the moment when it comes to sport basis stuff, but I got enough dingers to worry about right now than to be cared about,
Right.
Chuba Hubbard CLV because there's a new landing spot for Rico Dowdle.
Yeah. And I think it's the combination of it's like we always say that landmines are going to go off in the NFL draft and like shake these things up and make a lot of picks, far less valuable than they look right now. But then you couple that with a pretty weak class all around. Wide receiver seems like decent, but beyond that. And so that it's like you could get messy situations and like no one really emerging where everybody just like cannibalizes their own value. So it's like there doesn't even seem like a clean way to play it. Like if you want to just go all in on vets or all in on rookies, like any of those avenues don't feel that great right now to me.
That's actually probably a pretty good take because last year felt a little more frothy for the drafting landscape right now because people were so excited for the draft class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I actually think makes drafting rookies fun right now because nobody's enthusiastic about these guys. And like I have names that like I remember from the college football season and they're like late round picks finally. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can draft like Adam Randall in the 20th, like 19th round. I can draft Michael Trigg, shout out to the brand, like in the 20th round. Like it's that makes it kind of fun where they're like much lower risk picks if you are rookie pilled. For some of those later guys, of course.
For sure. I was just writing up because I took some time off from like writing best ball articles for Fantasy Life, but I'm writing my first one this week. And I was just looking at the 3 wide receivers that Friedman has been mocking to round 1, who aren't those top 3 guys, Omar Cooper, Denzel Boston, Casey Concepcion. They're all going after pick 126. And it's like, when can you remember a wide receiver drafted in the first round on Underdog in the past few years that has gone later than pick 90, like in BBM and stuff? Like if he's right on that mock draft stuff, like at least those guys, like you're getting massive CLV on them. They're all going to move up like 40, 50 picks if they go in round 1.
Yeah. Great point. Speaking of like wide receivers in draft, I was kind of thinking about the Dolphins now because they're clearly starved for receivers.
Yeah.
They have the 11th pick. So you got to assume a receiver's top of mind for them there. And they also have the 30th pick now with Denver, their second round pick, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 third round picks as well. So they are just loaded up to the gills.
What is that? Are they just going to run a college style offense with Malik Willis? Do they just run like the read option, like every single play? I mean, holy cow, he is not going to be set up for any passing success.
If they keep Achane, like it's almost certainly going to be that way. And I don't know if they do keep him at this point, but the asking price is probably absurd. But yeah, it's going to be a silly offense. Could be fun. There's a slim chance that it's fun, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it's one of those things that's only fun for Malik Willis.
Yeah,
like, I mean, as a fantasy asset.
Yeah, like it feels like a Justin Fields offense where it's just like, we just want Justin Fields, and maybe you get a skinny stack.
Is it like it almost makes this is like the NFL version of tanking, where it's like they didn't have to go out and get Malik Willis. They could have, trotted out a Skylar Thompson of the world and like truly tanked. But it's like you want to give the fans something and like just show that you're actually going to have like somewhat of a fun product out there, but clearly no intention to do any winning this year, which is just like such a weird way to do it compared to NBA, right? Where it's just like full blown, we don't give a shit.
Right. Yeah. And I guess there's one way to run like a bare bones offense, having a rushing threat like Malik Willis is probably the best way to do it. So yeah, just very gross for fantasy. Going to be mega cheap Dolphins, and our favorite touts are probably going to be actually touting Dolphin stacks because they're so cheap.
Yeah, I mean, like, what is it right now? It's like Malik Washington,
Tolbert.
Tutu Atwell, I believe, is on the roster.
Tutu Atwell. We're going down this rabbit hole again. Holy.
Yeah. But I mean, I was talking about it yesterday on Best Ball Breakfast where like the Jets are mocked, to get a wide receiver. And I'm like, that feels like the worst of both worlds, where it's like, you're not even the number one wide receiver, because like Garrett Wilson's still gonna hold that crown, and you have bad quarterback play or average at best. At least now, if you go to Miami, like Mekhi Lemon or something, it's like you're gonna get the Teteroya McMillan target share. Like you're gonna get 12 targets off the rip. Like we can actually work with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, who is it? We got Malik Washington. That was everybody's like darling last year. You have Jalen Tolbert, Tutu Atwell, Terrace Marshall Jr. I mean, this is like the castaways, like the island of misfit toys of like wide receiver fours on
what is that? Is the other Washington still there? The guy that everybody got excited about?
Taj
Washington?
Yeah, Taj.
Yeah. I don't even remember him.
Yeah, that guy was the cool Washington hype. It was like you guys are all looking at the wrong Washington, bro.
He's on some taxi squads on my dynasty leagues.
That's so insane.
And then this was the other one that just went down right as we went live. Hollywood Brown signing with the Eagles, and that's fresh off of the news that they're bringing back Dallas Goedert. Which got my kind of wind horse up of like, does this mean they are really going to try to make this AJ Brown trade happen? And they're trying to kind of get reinforcements here before that does.
I honestly, I think that they end up keeping AJ Brown, and I kind of had like the opposite takeaway where I was like, oh, they are like loading up and going all in for this year and getting like a better wide receiver 3 than Jahan Dotson. I mean, who knows how much better Hollywood Brown is at this point in his career than Dotson, but I thought it was an upgrade. So I kind of saw it as like a push all in on this season, and less of like AJ Brown's 1 foot out the door. But I could see, I mean, the rumors are strong. The only thing that I think is keeping this from not occurring is like the asking price is going to be astronomical at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, if you take AJ Brown out of that wide receiver room, like that's a little ass room though. Like,
it is little.
Devonta Smith, Hollywood Brown, like those are some little ass guys.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, considering, I mean, has there been a team that's like decent who has not prioritized wide receiver 3? Actually, no, because there's so many teams like the Bills, like every one of their wide receivers is a wide receiver 3, but the Eagles have had a pretty hilarious rotating cast at wide receiver 3 over the years. The Jahan Dotsons, the Quez Watkins, these guys that you just always get tempted by, like if you're just depth chart hawking, who get like 0.4 targets a game.
Yeah, 100%. The only thing that could save us now is Johnny Wilson. Is he still there?
Oh God.
That was a thing like 2 years ago.
For sure. Also, how does this make you feel, John? You bring this guy to LA, real just kind of trip of a lifetime. And he says, my guy Nez. And I realize that's probably based on some Eagles comments, but still, John, I feel like you should be getting the dap in here.
Yeah, I mean, never meet your heroes, because when Nez is around, everyone realizes Nez is cooler. So it all adds up. It all adds up.
Yes, Travis Fulgham from Dorito in the chat. That's another from that log list as well. If you guys are interested in more, fantasy fallout, the ADP chasing guys are live tonight. So that'll be a good one. They'll have plenty to talk about there. But yeah, we got like 48 hours until brackets and everything lock here. I think it was at the Dog Bowl we started to get rumblings that Underdog was going to make a push to be able to host brackets this year. And they got it out the door. It is mobile only right now, but we have a Deposit Kingdom contest. Like I mentioned here, I'll pull up some of the details and the prizes. I know some people have been having a little trouble with the links. I don't know, like a surefire, the cleanest way to ensure you get in. I know historically with like pick'ems and stuff, like I've had issues with like Discord, but if I like emailed myself the link, it worked automatically. Lou Dog said he followed my link from Instagram and that worked. When the Twitter one wasn't. So I have tried to put the link in as many places as I can: YouTube, Discord, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube posts. So it's everywhere. if you want to find it. I've also heard people saying the first time they click it, it says it's full, but if they try it again, then they're able to get it. So you might have to brute force your way in, but it's worth it because 1, it's completely free to enter, and 2, Underdog, to not only the big pool where they're doing some big prizes for everyone in the ecosystem who joins, but for ours, they're kicking in a $2,500 prize pool. You can see how we're going to do the prizes up here on the screen. First place is going to get 1,000, and I'm also going to kick in a few extra prizes. First place gets to come on the Best Ball Bash, which will come back in a few weeks and draft a $100 team with me, and then second place can get a gift card to the store. You can go get your Badge Bros merch, all of that good stuff. But pretty cool here, guys, to have our own bracket battle competition.
I mean, it's just so cool on multiple levels here. Like, to this be a stepping stone to potentially like big time money ones in the future there. Maybe we get something like that. Also, as a customer acquisition tool, I think this is brilliant. Like, I got my wife to sign up for Underdog yesterday because we do a bracket challenge 1v1 every single year there, and I was like, just do it on the app this year. Just do it on the app, and we'll see what happens. So she's in the Deposit Kingdom challenge there. Unfortunately, Mr. Goodboy as a screen name was already taken, so she's Mrs. Goodboy. So I don't even know. It doesn't even make sense, but whatever. There you go.
I will say too, I think that they've kind of corrected the link, the joining issue. It is
Okay.
like not necessarily like you're not sure if you joined or not, but literally just like clicking the link and opening the app, and then like once you like see the group, like you are in. And maybe it helps to have like filled out like a shell, run some chalk and then try to join, and then that way for sure that you're in there. But they did clean it up this morning, and like I've been, every time that there's like an Underdog affiliate posting their tournament, I've been able to join pretty easily. I'm shipping Zerk fam. I'm shipping PME. I'm going for a clean sweep for this year.
I love it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's a good call by Nez for looking. Like, if you go to and again, it's probably not going to show that well on my camera here, but if you go, there's like 3 tabs: lobby, leaderboard, groups. If you go on over to groups, you should see Deposit Kingdom. That'll indicate that you successfully registered. It'll show how many people are in right now. And like Nez, I'm in the PME one as well. So yeah, if you are successfully entered, you will see the name of the group under groups. If not, go back, try once more. And I was just going to ask, Nez, what other ones there? Xerxes got one?
Yeah, Zerk, and then I'm in the Snapback Jack Sports Bracket Challenge, but I didn't see Big UD give him any free prizes, or at least he forgot to mention it. So guess we got the one up on him.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, go find those links. Pat Mayo did a show the other day with Brad Evans and I think Ben Rasa from Stochastic. Oh, yeah. He's got the link there. I just found the Xerxes one on his Twitter feed. So yeah, go and hop in these. And yeah, where traditionally, what has been your guys's level of enthusiasm and how far down the bracket rabbit hole do you guys like to go here in preparation for the tournament?
I'm trying to get a little bit further down the rabbit hole this year, now that it's part of the app and that sort of thing, and we're doing a contest. But in a vacuum, I'm just a watch the games guy, and I would do with a one bracket a year kind of thing, and not do much research on it, and pick all the big schools that I thought had good basketball programs with no research whatsoever. So I was the chalk donk for many years.
I feel like, I think this is probably the case for a lot of people, but I feel like back in the day, like when we were in like high school and middle school, I feel like I knew so much more about college basketball. And maybe it's because it wasn't like, now that we have the NIL, like these teams and these players shuffle like year after year now. But like I was really into it back in the day. And now I just kind of I'm like you, John. I kind of go off vibes. And I have fun too. I'm not one of those like sweat lords that are like, I'm going to go chalk because nobody likes to go chalk in March Madness. Like, dude, I'm gonna have some fun on a free entry. Okay. Yeah. I'm going upsets. I'm not going like 16/1s, right? Like I have like my wits about me, but I'm gonna have some fun. I've got like a 5 seed in the Final Four. I've got some 6 seeds making some noise. Like I'm not gonna go full chalk just because it hit last year.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. And I mean, one of the kind of classic things you'll hear everyone talk about is the size of your pool should obviously dictate your strategy. And that's no different. We talk about it with if you're playing in the bomb with, 400 entries versus you're playing in the big battle royale with 60,000 entries. Like obviously your strategy and what you're trying to accomplish is going to change there. So yeah. And that's the kind of interesting thing about the brackets, Nez, because we have these sub contests on Underdog. Like ours has 364 people right now. The Pat Mayo has 481. But I believe, have you guys figured out which one of your entrants goes into the larger Underdog competition that will theoretically have tens of thousands of entries?
I think you only get one.
But where do you select which one that is?
Like if you just go to like lobby and
Just
edit your bracket, it's that single bracket, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully like next year we can actually get the addition of like more brackets to put like in like assign and select in groups. But right now, guessing based on like tech limitation, it's just like one bracket.
Yeah.
So that introduces a really interesting thing of, are you trying to win the overall Underdog bracket, which will require, some game theory and theoretical reasoning, or do you try to win one of these smaller pools knowing you probably won't have enough leverage to actually win the larger pool?
That's actually pretty sick when you word it like that. I mean, the scoring system heavily weights that you just have to have the winner no matter what, right? Because it's
always
32. Yeah, it's like 32 points for the finals, and it's just like 1 point for each game in the first bracket there. So, yeah, I guess theoretically. Oh, here is this.
Could you go to the rules or the scoring breakdown there? Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to. This is sweet, by the way. Shout out to Tim Apple for letting us do this.
Let me try to reposition that so it's a little bit bigger for us here. No, you're good. I'm just gonna. There we go. That should be a little bit better for right now.
I can't wait for Nez's texts to start creeping in and start. You got those notifications on, bro?
Oh my! That's the
DND ASAP.
Hey, babe, you free? All right. Yes. For those of you listening on audio, we are tech lording to the max right now. We have Nez's phone screen sharing here because it is mobile only right now, but you guys can get a feel for what we're working with. So yeah, read off here, Nez, the scoring settings here for people.
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. Literally every round is worth 32 points. So, each game in the first round is worth 1. Each game is worth 2 and 32. To get to the Sweet 16 or winning each game in the Sweet 16 is worth 4. 8 in the Elite 8. In the Final 4, each of those games, so 2 of those games are worth 16, and then the championship is worth 32 points. So you are like no doubt DOA if you don't win the championship, or you just like absolutely sun ran until you got to the championship. But like you have to win that.
Yeah, I think in the smaller pool stuff, like if some of these chalk ones, like if Duke got bounced or something like that, and Duke's like, 30% owned to make the Final Four, you could maybe get away with not having the overall winner, provided it was like an upset on the other side of the bracket as well. But it's like such a thin path. Like if you wind up getting 2 of the ones or 3 of the ones to the Final Four, like, yeah, you're basically you're absolute stone cold lock to have the winner.
Yes. And yeah, for sure in the big polls, and yeah, probably even in the smaller ones with just how much that is. I guess unless it was a true off the board winner that like nobody had going to the Final Four, then maybe you could get away with it. But it's like it seems pretty tough to avoid having the winner here. Yeah,
it would have to be, like you said, super, super dark horse. By the way, don't dupe me. I know you can see my bracket here. Don't get any ideas. All right. Don't be putting. If I see anybody with pen in their Sweet 16, I'm coming after you, dude. Like,
wow. Wow, Nez, so you can't even shake the Homer impulses in March Madness. Like you're still regionally
Name one dude on Penn.
There's only a few state schools left. Gotta support. Gotta rep.
Oh man.
Yes. So we got the scoring settings there. We already kind of discussed the dilemma of, are you going to try to win, the $1,000 top prize in the Deposit Kingdom contest? Or are you going to aim for the big one? What is Underdog putting up? Is it 20K for first?
Yeah. 100K prize pool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really, I think, the ultimate decision in how you approach your brackets here. I would say the more small pools you get in, probably the more it makes sense to optimize for those. But if you're just like in the Deposit Kingdom and trying to gun for the big one, maybe you just let the gal brain flag fly.
Yeah. I mean, for my EV sweat lords out there, I think you guys should optimize for small field and just be joining in as many groups as you possibly find, because this is all just a free roll. Like, just go through your timeline and click on Mayo's, click on Jack's, click on ours. Just like that, you should just get your bracket in as many small contests as you possibly can, and then just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing. I mean, yeah. I'm in like 5 groups right now.
Yeah.
Now, Nez, we've already given the qualifier not to dupe you, but I actually haven't even gone in to fiddle with setting mine yet. Can you show me what it looks like as far as editing your bracket here, what that flow looks like?
Yeah, I mean, the round of 64 is kind of like really where my my skill set shines. So, but I can show you. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So you can like choose. I'll go ahead and even just like take Saints over Duke there.
Whoa, Nez, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Do me now, dudes. But yeah. So like you just like go scroll down and you literally just like select these teams, and then like once you're done, you'll like just like swipe over, and then it'll like send you like right back up to the top to keep going through like round of 32. And if you want to go like straight to Final Four, you can click on that up there too. But yeah, it's honestly really clean. It's got that underdog feel to it, which is nice too. Like the same like text and whatnot. So it's pretty clean.
How did you have the view that showed the market odds for that game?
Oh, dude, it's just like they're just up. They're just publicly available for everybody.
Wow, dude's already built a HUD, eh? Mobile only HUD. Dude's already building overlays.
The iOS, so let's not draw attention to that.
You guys haven't downloaded the new version of the solver?
On the iOS.
I'm kidding.
I know.
I was like a huge pause. I was like, "Yo, for real?"
Yeah. Someone in the chat, how do I join these groups? Well, the Deposit Kingdom one, like I mentioned, I have it pinned in the chat. It's in the announcements in the Discord. It's on our Twitter. For these other ones, if you go to Xerxes Twitter, if you go to Jack's Twitter, if you go to PME's, and I actually saw Fantasy Flock just posted his, like literally a few minutes ago. So you can go and I would just go. Anyone who's an Underdog partner there, go to their Twitter and get in these links here. All right, let's see here. Yeah, so it could be fun should we look at like maybe we could either go like we could go game by game and kind of toggle back and forth between some market odds, what people are doing, or we could go kind of like top down and reverse engineer. What do you guys think is the funnest way to go about this?
Have you guys? So you haven't gone through a bracket yet?
I haven't.
John, have you like gone through this?
No,
yet?
I haven't built one. I've just looked. I've kind of looked at the macro, but I haven't built yet.
Yeah, I mean, we can go kind of just like top down. I mean, some of these are going to be pretty easy, but like, I know like a thing or two about a thing or two here. So I've been doing a little bit of ball watching.
Okay,
just a little bit.
And I was going to give a shout out to I was watching Rick Rungood's video earlier today, and he built a little tool here that shows a few different kind of metrics that are kind of cool to see here. I'm trying to see if I can get the screen share in a way that displays it, but basically it shows the odds, their market odds to win. And then it shows the percent that they're being picked. And he's using some publicly available Yahoo data for that. and then essentially a leverage score based on that. And so similar to all kinds of different DFS games we play, we're trying to find that sweet spot of just because picking, Siena is going to be good leverage over Duke or whatever, doesn't mean it's wise considering they have a, 7% chance to win. So it's kind of finding some of these spots where maybe the field is way overconfident in something that's closer to a coin flip and kind of using the market odds and ownership to make the best leverage decisions without getting too far off the board.
Right. So the sweaty thing to do is to still pick Duke to win. But if you want to like soft fade Duke, it's to do it like in an intelligent way by finding like the third best team in that bracket that pulls upset or something like that. Like it's not to pick 16s over 1s or whatever when they're 28.5-point dogs. It's to kind of soft fade by picking someone else at some frequency. That's kind of like the macro.
That's what I do.
I think that would be a good point of like, if you are deciding, all right, everybody and their mother is picking Duke to win. Like you can see here, even advance to the national championship game, 23% of the field there. If you were to want to fade Duke, then I think you'd want to do it in a pretty intentional way and pick someone out of the East to go far, or to be the upset and kind of win twice with that fade, I guess. Okay.
Well, okay. Can we just do like common macro narratives right now? I think this is a really cool tool for us to mess around with. But like common macro narratives right now is Florida's the weakest of the ones, and Houston and Illinois are like common upset picks in that lower left bracket.
Upset, but like
sure, they're thirds or fours or whatever, seconds or thirds. Yeah, seconds or thirds. Okay. Yeah. And then is there anyone who's like, like drastically hurt right now where it's like they don't live up to the mantra?
Not that I know of in terms of like injuries or anything like that. And people are gonna I think the most common Cinderella stories that you're gonna see within reason are like Tennessee, Louisville, kind of off name brand, and also just like because Ken Palm likes them.
They also both have dudes that are like gonna go in like lottery pick dudes, right? Like Tennessee has that Nate Ament.
Yeah, and then Louisville. I know who you're thinking of too.
Yeah, their guard. I think I heard for Louisville. Okay. People mentioning Duke, but should get everyone back in a few games. That's the other kind of interesting thing about some of those injuries, right? It's like, are they just good enough to weather the storm against two poor opponents early and then get fully healthy for the stretch in a way that it might not even matter?
Okay. Oh, Jumfrey with the Jalen Johnson comp. It's actually so fun to talk about these guys through this lens right now. And then next year by like December 3rd, we're going to be experts in these guys' nests. Like we're going to be like, oh yeah, fucking this guy's getting like 18 minutes in the rotation and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like,
once Mike goes to summer league. Yeah. Eggers is the ball knower. So yeah, we need some Eggers. Just sound off in the chat for us.
Yeah.
It is interesting. I think the way Rick, when I was watching his video, he did it and it kind of made sense, is he kind of worked his way backwards. He looked at the win championship percentage. So you kind of have three big favorites here in Duke, Arizona, Michigan, Florida being kind of the weakest of the one seeds. Those three, 14.4 for Duke, 12.4 Arizona, 12.2 Michigan. But then you look at like the public percentage on them to win, heavily skewed toward Duke, 29%, 21% Arizona, and then Michigan down here at 14%. So relative to their win percentage, like if you were picking a champion there from kind of the blue bloods, Michigan looks like the best, relative to ownership and win probability there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's totally why I picked them. So,
or is it their close proximity to the state of Pennsylvania?
Just Big Ten, just a Big Ten school.
Yeah, exactly. But that, I guess that's the one thing from, John, you were mentioning the narrative stuff. It's like, how willing are you guys to go against, this big three to win, knowing that they're such overwhelming favorites? I guess if you add up their win percentage, 24, what is that, 38? It's getting close to 40% of the time one of those three wins. And yet they're getting, let me do some more math on the fly here, 65% of the time one of those teams is getting picked. So
right.
Picking one of those does seem like the path of least resistance for a large pool.
For a large pool, for sure, yeah. I don't know. Do you get enough leverage by getting them into the Final Four and then to the point where it's you don't even need to pick them to win? So, hypothetically speaking, if you picked Purdue, right, and you get Purdue, maybe Purdue's a bad example. Let me find out where's Purdue. Oh, no, Purdue's a good example.
Purdue's a good example, and Ken Palm likes Purdue.
Okay. So Purdue's a good example where it's you knock off all the Arizona teams to the point where it's it's not even necessary to pick Purdue to win. You can still pick Duke to win, but you've done enough leveraging of the field by just getting Purdue to the Final Four or getting them to the finals.
Right. Exactly. Which, goes back to that thing where you don't, and that's actually what Rick did when he was building out he did Illinois to, I believe, the championship game, but didn't pick them to win because it's you don't need to. If you hit that already, you're already probably winning your pool and you're essentially grabbing a second pick in that regard, where it's you're probably over leveraging yourself to pick them to win.
I love Eggers in the chat. The thing about Purdue is they suck. So maybe Purdue was the wrong team to pick, but just from a theory standpoint, I don't know anything about the team itself. I have heard though that what RM Covers is saying in the chat there, that Purdue and UConn are both frauds. There's also this thing that and this might just be anecdotal, but there is this thing when you're building out a bracket that your mind instantly goes to basketball schools. And if those basketball schools are not actually good this year, that's a huge macro piece of leverage over the field. Everyone thinks UConn's good. Everyone thinks Purdue's good. Everyone thinks Gonzaga's good, right? It's just, it's the way our brains are trained to work. Just looking at these schools year over year.
Yeah, for sure. I think Connecticut definitely jumps out in that mold as well. I've heard that mentioned a few times there.
I'm gonna be prospect. I'm really big on top prospects and good head coaches. That's where I kind of get over my skis and just have some fun. So Arkansas, I really like Arkansas because of Acuff. He's so nice, and he rocks the self cutoff undershirt, which is just such a dope nostalgic look that you just gotta jam that. And he plays for Calipari. Shout out Pittsburgh, local guy, cool coach, really good coach. So I kind of like playing Arkansas because of that. And then the other team that I like to play is St. John's, also a team that was sick whenever we were kids. And then, wow, I'm so mad that I'm forgetting the St. John's head coach because I just said Calipari. It's another Patino's there. It's another Italian. Patino's there at St. John's, and he's a really good coach too. So I like playing St. John's for that angle too.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of sharp money on the St. John's side of those combos.
Yeah.
What region are they?
East. I think they're both in the. Are they both in the same region? No,
they're not. They're different regions. St. John's is in the East. And Arkansas is in the West versus Hawaii.
And I mean, that has to be the single biggest leverage stand you can take is probably one of these Michigan State or St. John's, right? Where it's Connecticut will probably be overplayed relative to their strength. But if you are trying to play scenarios where Duke doesn't make it to the Final Four, you're going to have to find somebody to beat Duke, at which point you're probably getting funneled to Michigan State or St. John's.
Yeah.
The other cool thing. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Pete.
I was just going to say one cool thing with this bracket simulator that Rick has is you can basically, run out these matchups. So I just speed ran it, Duke, St. John's, and you could see they would be 30% to beat Duke in that. That's what like the market odds would have them. So you can kind of run some of these scenarios and see how far off the board you're actually getting with some of these contrarian picks. And then you could do like Michigan there, and Michigan would have a slightly better chance. It would be up if you're up to 34% chance versus 66 for Duke in the Elite Eight.
This is really cool to mess around with. This is how I'm going to build mine for sure.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the show notes. Shout out Rick Rungood. You could go check out his video. He just spun up this free tool. Looks like your classic Claude based output here. March-Madness web app.versal.app. There you go. But yeah, I mean, do you guys, like, just as we talk this through, do you have the stones to send Duke packing early, or is that just a region where it's just too soft and you just play the chalk?
I don't think St. John's.
Yeah.
Okay.
St. John's being one. I don't know, like Kansas, just because like maybe they have the best player on planet Earth right now. Can
he even get up for the NCAA tournament?
I like
Dude
that.
hates basketball with a passion.
I do like Nez's framework there of like the things we've seen, the player, the Kemba Walker, the Steph Curry, the guy that just goes nuts and drags a team there.
Mm-hmm.
I was just actually, this is a detour, but it's only because my neighbor, their kid goes to this school that just won the Massachusetts state basketball championship. And they were the 14 seed heading in, and they have this kid who's 6'9", and he just took over the tournament. Like, it's all these like 5'6" kids around him. They win the championship against these better programs. He literally in the semis had 50 and 20 was his stat line. But this is the best part. Basketball isn't his game. He's going to Texas next year to pitch. Lefty, best pitcher in the state of Massachusetts. Throws a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. It is going to Texas. It is, likely going to be an MLB draft pick in the next year or two. And dude, just like casually,
he's going to get drafted this year, just so you know. Yeah, he's going to get drafted this year, and he'll have to be face the music of $1 million or go play at Texas.
That's crazy.
That's a sick story.
Dude, 6'9" left-handed with 90+, like 99. Yeah. Like, are you kidding?
It was so funny too, because like I was starting to like follow the tournament a little. I was like watching some videos on TikTok, so it keeps like serving me up stuff as the algorithm is wont to do. And there was like one where all the like little guys on the team like were just like all celebrating with the trophy, and all the comments are like, "Give those trophies to the big dude, man! Like, you did nothing out there."
Dude, he's a beast. I literally just found him in like 2 seconds. He's a beast.
He's an animal. Yeah. So anyways, yes, all it takes is one dominant force to drag it.
Can you take any credit for this championship? Did you let them use the hoop in the driveway?
Well, the funny thing is my neighbor, he plays on the JV team there, and I watch him get up shots, and I knew he was on the JV team and not on the varsity team. So no, yeah. Shout out. What's his name again? Is it Bobby? I think it's Bobby. Brody. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, thank you for a detour into, Massachusetts state basketball lore there. Yeah. So then the Duke division, most people are going to pick them to go, but I think the most interesting region is probably the South. If Florida is the weakest of the 1 seeds, that's where people are probably going to gravitate to.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some contrarian leverage. Sorry, I got crossed up there. Yeah, I think there is some like very common baseline knowledge that everybody thinks Florida's the weakest, and everybody's going to pick their upset from that region. That if you are the guy who just picks Florida, you might have some leverage over the field, and then you find your contrarian Final Four piece from one of the other brackets.
Yeah. I think some of the most common upsets you'll see, like Houston will probably be a pretty common one to send to the Final Four. And then Vandy is like the top 5th seed by Ken Palm. So you'll see a lot of Vandy over Florida too, as far as like common pairings or common, upsets in this region. It's just like loaded with like top non-1 seeds.
North Carolina beat Duke, right?
I did that.
Yeah. They were one of the 2 teams to beat Duke this year.
Okay.
And they were like full at that game too. Obviously it was like at home, but still.
And then you can see here why Rick was gravitating to Illinois. Like, even if you go to the advance to Final Four, Florida's 23.9%, Houston 21, Illinois 18.9. And then you look at the public percentage, 41 on Florida, 35 on Houston, and then a massive gap down to 10% on Illinois. So like really strong bang for your buck there as far as ownership and likelihood.
Don't take North Carolina. I forgot about the Caleb Wilson thing. We saw that when we were in LA, and Hope told me all about that. And now everybody in the chat's telling me he played 40 minutes in that game and scored 23 actual. So he was probably the main reason they beat Duke that night.
40 every second.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Gab likes Vanderbilt. Yeah, Nez, you just mentioned. Who do they play round 1? McNeese?
Yeah, so they are a 5 seed going up against a 12 seed, which is like always dicey because that's like everybody knows you got to pick a 12 seed to beat a 5 because it happens 36% of the time. So that's like, yeah, I mean, that's going to be a close one.
Yeah. Yep. Do you guys, Nez, when you're going through it, do you have any of these favorite, 12 or lower seeds? Like if you are upset hunting in round 1?
Yeah, like the reason I take Penn is because like the Ivy League is just always making a little bit of a run in the tournament. There's always like one Ivy League team that's pulling off an upset, and Penn is that team this year. 14/3. You get some strong leverage. It's like if you don't have to, it's different for like a 3 and a 4 versus 1 or 2. But if you don't have a 3 seed going to the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8, like pick a fun little upset, man. Get some leverage because then you like if you're right, like cool, you get 1 point, but you are knocking out so many people's Elite 8s or Sweet 16s by calling out those upsets for Illinois or Nebraska in that same region. So I like playing the Ivy League always makes noise narrative. I love a good narrative, man. If you can't.
Why is it, Nez, that you think an Ivy League team always makes a run? Is this because they're part of the global elite and somehow the powers that be behind the scenes are always making sure that the future business leaders and CEOs of America are front of mind during the tournament?
I wasn't gonna go that route. I was going to say they get underrated. People see these nerds coming through and they're just like, there's no way these guys can hang. And then they don't realize it's like the scrappiest of the scraps there at these Ivy League schools. These kids play hard. They're the guys you don't want to play in gym class or in pickup. And they just berate you and they end up grinding you down. The one thing that I will say though, like again, to play devil's advocate against my own point here is it seems like the committee just like kind of went straight off Ken Palm and did these seedings. There's not like in years past, there would be like some really like underrated 11 seeds or something that people would take. This year, it does seem like everybody is like pretty well seeded. And there's also a narrative that I read too, that like the reason maybe last year you didn't see as many upsets is because of these NIL deals, and these small schools don't get the experience boost that they would in years past, where they're facing these one and done schools and the talent isn't there, but they have experience together and they have like upperclassmen, and that doesn't exist on the same level as last year. So that's just like, a feather in the cap of like a big chalk, but I'm fading it.
That's actually a really good call, dude. That was something that I like crept into the back of my mind when I was reading stuff, but didn't like fully put together. But that's actually a really sharp point. Just like the fact that like the upper echelon is stronger than the upper echelon has like ever been the last 2 years since the nil stuff.
Yeah, the cream has risen to the top like faster than ever.
Right. Yeah, good shout.
Well, do you know what that means though, Nez, is because your favorite sleeper is now pitted against the #1 leverage selection in the entire tournament in Illinois, based on how the public is treating them. So what you need to get it in as many bracket contests with people who are going to, be looking at this kind of data and then just wipe them all out with Penn right out of the gate.
That's going to be so fun. Like I love nothing more than being like top of the bracket round one. Everyone's like, what a ball. Like, this is why we don't invite Nez to the contest. Cause like, look at this.
You want the week 1 screenshot equity?
Yes.
The day one.
Just front running everything. Is my game.
Yeah. So like looking at round 1 edges, this is kind of another fun way you can sort it. So basically looking at some of these, it's obviously going to be a lot of these lower seeds, these are all in the double digits, but basically much stronger win probability. Like no one is picking Texas. Who does Texas play here? Can someone tell me here?
They're in that play-in game. They play North Carolina State, which North Carolina State's actually like pretty well favored by Ken Palm. So that's sort of a bummer for them.
Oh, okay. So I see that's why these are showing strong edges. So you still have to win that coin flip. And then,
but they're one of the ones
that people don't pick the play-in teams just naturally.
Right. Yeah.
When is that? Tomorrow?
Tonight? It must be tomorrow night. It must be Wednesday night, right?
I think so. Yeah, it would almost have to be. If not tonight, then tomorrow.
Okay. Maybe I'm just being cranky right now because I just want to have a clean bracket at time. But do we need play-in games when there's 64 teams? Like
I don't understand the reasoning for that, especially teams that are like good. You know what I mean? Like. Or a team that wins like a small conference and they still have to play a playing game. I feel like that sucks. Or maybe that doesn't exist. But yeah, it's Eggers can explain that to me, but I'm with you.
There are 2 today and 2 tomorrow, and Texas is one of the games today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. So we'll have some more information on this going forward. But it is fun in here. You can kind of go round by round and look at the biggest edges. So like if you go to advancing to the Sweet 16, Utah State, they give them a 15% chance of making the Sweet 16, but only 2% of the public is picking them to make it. So they're showing kind of the biggest edge there. Iowa, not too far behind. Obviously, as you advance, like the quality of the seeds are going to get better. So like the best edges for Sweet 16 are like 8s, 7s, 9s. You get to the 8, and then you're in the 4s, 5s, 6s. You get to the final 4, and now the edges are on the 4, 3, 6. So it's just kind of moving the goalposts on like who are the underdogs who are undervalued relative to the true probability of winning.
That Sweet 16 edge makes a lot of sense in terms of like who's at the top, right? It's the teams beating the 1s and the 2s. And then Utah State also like not really expected to win their 8-9 matchup either. Yeah, good.
No, it's interesting. I just came across the Utah State stuff. Utah State, he's got a 51% to advance, and they're playing Villanova. Like, my mind just goes that like everyone who isn't putting any work into this whatsoever is just going to click Nova like every single time there, right?
For sure. And they're not even like, favored.
Yeah.
See, I was kind of thinking too in an opposite direction because Underdog is showing people these percents on the app that like I kind of just wanted to like oppo it on close. Yeah, in close seedings.
That's a new wrinkle because before it's like the only information when you print out your bracket is you have their record,
the good old days
in the seed.
Yeah, you get like a 30-3 13 seed, and you're like, yeah, like give me that team. But yeah,
Wow.
now we
So
get these percentages in app, and like I kind of want to oppo it.
It wouldn't be 2026 like fantasy games without having to go down the leveling rabbit hole discussion of like, but then people like Nez are going to do that. So then I have to go back to
Nobody respects it enough. Oh my God.
if you are spending an hour thinking about the game theory of one of your round one picks, then you're getting outworked.
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
competition.
Yeah, find a new hobby.
Yeah. I do think like those are that's where then it gets fun too of like, do you really want to push it then of like, because they run into whether it's Villanova or Utah State, I mean, they immediately run into Arizona. And like you were saying, Nez, these 8 and 9 seeds on the whole, when you have a really strong 1 seed field and everyone wants to play it chalky, like you get a ton of leverage if you want to play that round of 32 upset.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you get 4 points, but it's really what you gain leverage wise, right? That's the real gain. It's not the fact that you picked an upset for 4 points. It's the fact that 80% of brackets just lost their Elite 8 or Final 4 team. But you kind of get a little extra juice on that.
Yep. So Arizona there. Yeah. I mean, if you were to, and then the 8-9 here, like, because Florida, I mean, yeah. So like, if you look at the percentages for these like round 2 games, even if I advance the better team here, it's like against Michigan, Georgia, 25% chance, Villanova, let's say Utah State or Villanova, 25% chance versus Arizona, Ohio State, 26% chance versus Duke. And then the highest is actually Iowa State here at 33% versus the Gators. So that would be the best bang for your buck round 2 upset would be Florida going down.
Okay. Yeah, I think I actually am going to make some changes because if I like, Arkansas and St. John's, like maybe I just pick, Ohio State or TCU over Duke because I have St. John's going anyways. So I think I am going to like make some changes there where I have some of those upsets, like just like don't even have the 1 seed go to the Sweet 16.
Arkansas 78% on the Rick Run Good, and they're 90 in the app.
Really?
If you just take Hawaii, man, like just don't even think about it. Like you're probably not. It's kind of like how much do you win when you win, because it's just like 1 point in the first round, and neither team are probably going to go on a run. But it was just like an interesting disparity looking at the app versus looking at the sim or looking at the tool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There you go. Hovering over it there now. 78% chance to win, 90% selected there. And then Hawaii. Yeah. So if you play Arkansas and then they're most likely to play Wisconsin, they're then like a coin flip favorite there. So man, they're back to back, like getting pretty overvalued relative to their true odds. Cause then in that one against Wisconsin has a 46% chance and they're getting picked 36 of the time. So like both times the field's a little too overconfident on the Razorbacks.
Yeah.
Can't do it, man. I got to go with A-Cup. He's too cool. He's Dude,
the fact that his name's A-Cup and he cuts off his sleeve too, like it's just like it all works, man.
He's so good, dude. Like he's nasty from 3. Shoots 40 or from this season. He's shooting 44% from 3. Like he's him, Detroit kid. Love it.
All right, JP in the chat says 0% chance Boozer and the boys, aka Duke, for those not familiar, don't make it to the championship. By the way, I would like to propose a bet. My $100 at, you said 0%. I'll even give you 10-1 odds. I send you 100 if Duke makes it to the championship game, and you send me 1,000 if they don't, which is free money for you because you said there's a 0% chance. What do we have a handshake agreement?
Oh, yeah.
Send the emoji.
Yeah. I do love, trust me, I love the ball knowers on that, but I mean, I've been told this is March. Anything can happen.
This is in fact March.
And look at, I grew up, I was the classic bandwagon Duke fan as a kid. And I will tell you, I have watched some heartbreaking Duke tournament losses in my day for sure. Hey, JP, you said you need better odds. I need better odds than 0%. It sounds like you say 5% chance Boozer and the boys don't make it. So you fix your odds and then I'll fix mine.
You know, it's one like just kind of like macro basketball thing, and I don't think like we're dealing with such small sample sizes, right? We're dealing with like one isolated 40-minute game here. That I kind of like the teams that just shoot a lot of threes, like just to introduce variance, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of just running through some of the teams that shoot a lot of threes that are in the tournament. Like Texas Tech shoots a shit ton of threes, most threes in the country there, or pretty close.
Where are you looking?
Dude, Arkansas is like 10th. Just literally on the NCAA men's website of like threes and 3-point percentage. Like literally no advanced stats, no nothing. Like just looking at teams that shoot threes. I don't know. Yep. Miami, Ohio's in one of the play-in games and they shoot a buttload. Iowa State shoots a ton of threes. Well, I don't know. It just introduces like big variance.
You want 3-point shooters. And then you want what teams that really slow the pace down. Like if you could find like the average total for like a team's games, like the lower scoring, the better for that setup.
Yeah.
Lock 100%. Them down on 3 and D schools.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Eggers has got the ball knowledge there that Texas Tech's best players out. That's okay. So maybe Texas Tech isn't the perfect example of it, but like the thought process being, so the macro's good, the micro's bad. So North Carolina State and Arkansas, both in the top 12 in 3-point attempts percentage.
Okay.
All right. Louisville's my 3 team, Crutches is saying. Okay. That's like the third or fourth good thing I've heard about Louisville.
Yeah. So their market odds and how people are picking them are pretty in line. So you're not like getting it in too bad there. Then you're most likely to play Michigan State. Okay. Yeah. Look at this. So 55% to 45. And yet the public is playing Michigan State a 76 to 16% clip. So again, you're getting really nice leverage on a near coin flip there.
Yeah. If I just go that 2v2 the other way, I'll win all
the problem is what happens with like when you start looking at these is you naturally want to fall in love with the underdog side with good leverage like every single time. And you have to like rein yourself in where it's like you pick 1 or 2 of those, not every single leverage spot.
Yeah. The key is to like find like 3 intelligent ones and not pick them to go all the way to the finals. And yet what I'll probably do is I'll take like 8 underdogs for no reason and then just wind up with like 1 team in the final 4.
Yeah. I would say just my guess is that whatever the equivalent of the phone shitter bro is for a March Madness bracket, the biggest probably temptation is to take your crazy upset too far of like, you're already getting the leverage of knocking off the good team. You don't actually need them to go to like the final 4 of the Elite 8. Like you've already accomplished what you want by knocking out the chalk and no reason to overdo it.
Yeah. Well said.
You guys want to build? You want to build a bracket here in a sec?
Yeah,
I do. Here, I did find this. I mean, it's just super simplistic, but I was just looking now that everybody's talking about the injuries and stuff like that. So like the wrinkles that everyone's talking about there is the Tech injury, obviously the Caleb Wilson injury for North Carolina. There's also the Arkansas stuff with Carter Knox. So like they're one of their better players there, but he's missed a bunch. That's an awful picture.
I was just gonna say, like, that's so, like, I understand it's an article about injuries, but that's like such a brutal photo to include. And this is someone who just watched the Pit episode where there was a severed leg. So spoiler alert. But
yeah, dude, like just do like the generic basketball like on mid-court or something. You know what I mean? Like,
did we really need to see this guy wincing in pain?
great work.
Yeah. And then the Alabama guy who had all the weed, like he's not going to be with the team allegedly. So
yeah, while I'm Bill Simmons czarring March Madness here, no more playing games and allowing college players to smoke weed. It's like if these guys can go get a $2 million dealer, NIL deal at like a dealership down the road, like let them smoke a little weed. All right, like just relax.
I mean, a little weed and like 2 pounds is like a little.
Was it 2 pounds?
It was over a pound.
Okay, so he wasn't just doing a little puff pass with his friends. He might have been running a business. I'm still gonna allow it under my new rules. What do you guys think? So Minnesota Mike asked, what would you say the pool size and sharpness number would be when you have to get really contrarian with your winner and Final Four? I'll just say from the past few years of the Deposit Kingdom contest, which will generally have, somewhere from like 300 to 500 or whatever, like the chalk teams did extremely well. Like the chalk teams were like, or the teams that won were very small pivots on like Final Four chalk, essentially. It seems like small pools in years like this, where it's extremely top heavy, that being chalk early through Elite Eight and then getting creative from there has been kind of optimal. But I don't know if that's just overfitted to the previous years.
No, I think it's a pretty good take. I mean, maybe some of that's recent sample size with what we're talking about, how strong the ones are now. But no, I think it's a pretty good take. I mean, I wouldn't get too effing crazy with it. Like, it's so hard to build that perfect bracket. That's why, all these lucrative prize pools get put up every single year for that kind of crap. That I think the natural human instinct is to over Galbrain it, like just in a vacuum. Like, I don't think like you're going to have so much natural uniqueness by just like a handful of 1v1s that like you would literally have to have like 25,000 plus entries in these contests. Now, if you're playing in like a super small field, like sharp high stakes where everyone knows all the information that Eggers is spewing in the chat, well, then there's some Galbrain like 1v1ing and, pivots off of what will be like a 90% and not actually a true coin flip in the first round. But like just from an ownership standpoint, but like I don't think any contest that you're going to play on our site this year will be that, because all these groups are going to be small enough that you're not going to have to. Like, what's the biggest that like Mayo or our group's going to get up to? Like 800 maybe? Like, yeah.
By the way, I really want to have the most people. So Mayo, so of all the pools we're in right now, this is the running tally. PME group in the gold medal spot with 494 people. Deposit Kingdom number 2, 373. Snapback coming in with the bronze at 286. Zerk Fam there just off the podium at 107, and the Flock, who just got his contest up, is at 14. So let's keep the entries coming in here and make sure that we best all these other underdog influencers.
Flock's gonna be a riser, dude.
Oh yeah,
dude. Flock's so nice. He came on the boat party there, and he came to the game and the boat party or whatever, and he came on the boat party and like sought me out before they left to like wish me good luck on Sunday. I was like, dude, thanks. I was like, really nice. Like, you didn't have to come even say what up, but you came and like sought me out. I was like, nice.
What John failed to realize is that he was hired by your ops and he had his fingers crossed behind his back when he told you.
Well, it fucking worked. It fucking worked. Najee Marshall bastard.
Hey, which that actually reminds me. So did I hear you guys have Gumby on tomorrow?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I had to one up you and book Brian for After Dark on Sunday. Gumby might be there too, but my initial request was Brian.
That's awesome.
After Dark with the Goobers.
Yeah.
It's really Brian booked.
Brian's coming on. Brian's coming on after dark.
That's awesome, dude. That's gonna be so fun.
Yeah. I mean, Brian kind of, I guess, other than, winning the dog bowl, because now, Gumby's bank account's looking nice, but basically in every other format of life, Brian frame mogs his brother. So, I want to, that was my only way. Cause, Gumby was in my chat, like a little thirsty for getting on after dark. I told him he needed to wait a week. And I think the best way to keep him humble was to bring his smarter, bigger, more attractive brother on the program as well. Yeah.
Great move.
You gotta pit them against each other to see if Gumby's gonna buy the house back from Brian. Just frame it that way. Because Brian bought their childhood house.
Oh, I remember hearing that.
Yeah, when their parents downsized and whatever, and now he's in the house. So now we got to see if Gumby is going to spend this $200K to buy the house back from Brian.
There you go. Maybe I could play realtor. I'm going to get a cut from both the buyer and the seller and broker this transaction. Speaking of which, Seth says, wow, shout out to whoever gifted me this meme. It was almost assuredly Gumby who dropped by and gifted out a bunch of memberships after the dog bowl there. So shout out Gumby. I know he came by you guys too, right?
Yeah, 50 on both channel. What a beauty.
What a beauty there. So yeah, check him out tomorrow. What time are you guys going to be live for
2 p.m. Eastern? Usual
2 p.m. Eastern. Are you doing hoops in a winner's circle?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Yeah. And then I've been on a hot streak of not, sometimes people I invite on can't do it, but Gumby was like the first one that hit me with, I got plans on Friday. I'm like, all right, eligible bachelor, 200K in his account, going out on a date. So I said, fine, I'll do it Saturday. So.
He's going out with his ex-girlfriend.
All right, let's build a bracket here. Maybe we could build it on here so we could kind of look through some of these percentages. Unless Nez is willing to wipe his bracket on the mobile, but I think we could probably just do it here.
I mean, yeah, we can do it here. I mean, I really don't mind.
Okay, let's do it. Do it on the mobile then, so people could see it.
Okay, cool. I don't know if there's an easy way to like
shared
completely like erase all of my picks, but I think if I just like oppo everything real quick, it'll be a clean slate.
Okay. And then, I'll have this other tab up and I can kind of relay some of the percentage stuff. And then we can kind of go through. Chat can help us out.
Yeah, this will be good to walk through it like that, because people have some fiery takes in the chat, and this will get a pulse for where the field is at, like where everyone is cognitively at right now.
Why am I can literally just like I can't like I don't think I can like wipe it out. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna like oppo everything real quick. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll go one by one. Forget I said anything. Okay. All right. So
Duke's like 28-point favorites, so we can just keep going.
And then the one thing to note too, we got this little down arrow. It can take you to the little pick'em lobby, and then you can see some of the spreads and totals too, which is kind of nice.
Nice. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna fill it out on the Rick thing, and then I can take a screenshot of it too. When we're done, so people can see our final built bracket here. But yeah, so we're gonna have Duke advancing. We're gonna have the Courage. Who are they playing? Who are the Saints again?
Seneca.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
Dude, Seneca Wallace? Good old
Sienna.
Oh,
Sienna. Okay.
No, we're not going down that rabbit hole again.
All right. Ohio State versus TCU. Ohio State, 57% chance to win. They're getting picked at a 60% clip. So nothing too outrageous there as far as the field's overconfidence. What do you guys want to do? Ohio State, TCU.
All the Buckeyes slappies are coming in high. I like where Nez is at. We're taking TCU because of the hot chick on Landman goes to TCU.
His daughter?
Yeah, she's a smoke show.
Whose daughter goes to TCU?
Landman's daughter.
Landman's daughter. What's that guy's name?
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob Thornton's daughter.
After an
My
incident in the Discord yesterday involving a fake Gavin Newsom daughter photo, I'm on high alert for getting catfished on this kind of stuff. So I don't know if I believe you, John.
Yeah, I like doing an upset. Like if you're overconfident in an 8 versus 9, like I'm gonna oppo you every time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We then head down to the 5, which is St. John's versus who is this? UNI?
Northern Iowa, which I will never forget when Northern Iowa upset Kansas. I think whenever we were I think I was in high school. They were like a 9 seed and defeated like the overall number 1 seed. That was a pretty big deal. So I have PTSD, but I've been St. John's here because they're like one of my favorite teams in this tournament.
Yep, St. John's 71% chance to win versus 29%. The field is picking them at an 88% clip, but still a strong selection there. Let's play St. John's. We then head to Kansas versus who's Kansas playing here? Cal Baptist.
Cal Baptist. I am team Kansas here.
Yeah.
So Nez buys into an Ivy League team making a run, but no Christian teams. I guess we did TCU. We did TCU. That's our Christian quota in this region.
Texas Christian.
In the babes just aren't as hot at Cal Baptist. Kansas. So Kansas has a 77% chance to win. The field is picking them at 95%. That is the program tax. You're definitely going to pay on some of these. I mean, people are not picking Kansas to get upset.
Yeah,
here.
I will say if I am, because I do like St. John's for the next round, it might make sense to do a Cal Baptist upset, but I think KU is just too good. I'll take my 1 point.
What is? Why? How does Third Down Dylan know the babes are pretty good at Cal Baptist? Third Down Dill, did you go? Did you go to Cal Baptist?
We need the source.
Never got the 4th down.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are to that Louisville and
South Florida
matchup. We were already talking about how Louisville sets up as potentially a good spoiler to take down the road. So we probably want to lock in Louisville here. Although Nez, on your bracket, you got South Florida.
I was like oppoing everything that I had to like reset my bracket for no reason. I think I like Louisville. But they are, according to Eggers, they're one of their best players, a freshman, is game time decision. So
I saw that too.
That.
I guess the thing, so they're 64% to win this one. I guess the timeline on that would be nice to know. It's like if he doesn't play this game, what are his odds he plays in the round of 32, where they're again pretty close to a coin flip versus Michigan State? And I'm assuming the market odds are factoring in that uncertainty on him right now. So if you play him in, does that really start to make him look more attractive?
You would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still 5.5 point favorites on the unabated line right now.
Okay.
Just to emphasize this one from KK, we were talking about this earlier. Just wanted to make sure our one bracket that we make on UD will automatically be entered in the big contest. Yeah, I think you can only make one bracket this year. Obviously, something that would be cool to have in future years, being able to assign separate brackets. But yeah, the one bracket you make, it appears is going to be the one in every single contest. So make it good, brother. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to have Louisville moving on, and then we have to decide Michigan State versus North Dakota State. Michigan State, big favorites here, big public faves. I assume we're good with some chalk here.
Yeah, go Sparty.
Yep. That gets us down to UCLA versus Central Florida. UCLA, 60% chance, Florida, 40%. Field picking UCLA at a 68% clip. So a little frothy, but nothing too crazy. People willing to take the 10 here at a 31% clip. What do you guys want to play?
Let's play the upset in this one.
Okay.
People overclick UCLA because it's UCLA, and they're only 5.5 point favorites.
Yep.
I like that. And then we got UConn down here versus Furman.
Yeah.
Furman, this one, 87% to 13%. The field's picking UConn, though, at a 97% clip. I don't know if I want to be in the business of picking a team named Furman to upset.
Not the Furman over here.
No.
Okay.
And the way the app works, it'll just be easier to just do like down the entire row, because when we shift over, it just like shoots us all the way back up.
I was hoping to do it that way anyways. I like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So Florida is a no-brainer. Clemson, Iowa, this is a classic percentage oppo here, where Iowa's 56% selected just because they're a 1.5 point favorite. So yeah, I'm gonna go the Clemson Tigers every time there.
Dude, this is the lowest total I've seen thus far, 128. Like some of the other games we're looking at are 152, 163. Like this embrace the variance of a low scoring defensive grind here.
Yeah, and this goes back to in the like market odds and public percentage. This is obviously includes a ton of people who aren't seeing underdog odds in front of them. The pick percentage and odds to win are almost identical, 45-44 for Clemson and 55-54 for Iowa State. But to Nez's point, for people seeing it smack dab in the face here on underdog, that might be the cheeky spot where you feel like you're getting Galbrain points, in like picking the underdog or whatever, but like you might just be running into a chalk train.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm team Clemson here.
Then we go down to Vandy versus McNeese. Vandy seeing 72% chance, 83% picked, 28-15 for McNeese. Vandy's a hot team right now, right?
Yeah. I think you just roll with it. Everyone in the chat's told us that Vandy's good.
You know what? I like Vandy too because I trust Ken Palm here. The one thing I will say, there's a little bit of angle because McNeese has that aura, that Amir Khan manager on their team.
Him.
People do not like him. They
turned on him.
They did. He had a total. Everyone's sick of this guy because he got brand deals and he's rocking chains, and they're like, dude, it's over. Like people got sick of Sister Jean. Yeah.
That's true. That's true, man. The internet loves nothing more than building up a folk hero only to cancel him just like weeks later.
So
the internet loves it.
I think we go McNeese, dude. I think we play the demon angle and we like, dude, nobody likes this kid. So I think we go full heel turn on the Ken Palm darling, going up against everybody's favorite villain, and I think we just go McNeese upset.
I like it. I also get the equity of like, I don't need to be around David Kitchen when Vandy's making a run. I already have to hear about Diego Pavia having that dog in him like way too often. Yeah, I like it.
Like, people are saying that Amir Khan went Hollywood.
Come on, every single one of you would be getting the bag if your brand flourished. I'm on Team Amir here, dude. This guy's just Davis Maddicking his way through the brand deals, and you guys all just want to hate.
Dude, nobody knows what they would do under the pressure.
There's like a pretty big Bollywood star named Amir Khan.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's why I was like so confused by this at first.
You gotta search Aura.
Just let Amir get that bag, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're going to go full NIL,
yeah.
I mean, the team manager should be able to. Being the only team manager that anyone knows, like that's a pretty impressive feat by Amir.
I agree, and nobody wants to do this, so we're going to be the only people picking McNeese here.
Okay, relax. Next pick is we have Nebraska versus Troy. Nebraska, pretty close, 83% chance to win, 86% pick rate. People not giving much love to Troy. If we are playing McNeese here to play Nebraska, we probably want to play Nebraska to win and then beat Amir Khan.
Damn it. Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry, I lost my spot. Yeah, I'm Team Nebraska here. They're pretty big favorites.
Troy's a football school. They win one good game a year.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Great analysis. Great narrative there.
Thank you.
We now have North Carolina, who the chat has told us
Ooh.
does not have their best player, versus VCU. This is a 56%, 44% with the field picking North Carolina at a 69% clip. So if we want to upset Max, this is another spot we could dabble.
This feels like good leverage.
Yeah, this is Oppo Max for sure. Oppo Max.
Yeah, this is a 2.5 point spread. Yeah, give me VCU, who is like notoriously just like a tourney darling. I mean, they don't have their same coach, but yeah, just tourney darling. We're doing it.
Okay, we're letting the hands fly. We're having some fun here.
Wow, dude, Penn is 24-point dogs.
Dude, Nez, you want to walk back this take? Nez, if you have this take, you need to bet the house on them to cover. 24.5 point, dude, and you were just like, Ivy League team goes to the Final Four every year.
It's the same as like all these 1 verse 16, 2 verse 15s and all.
This is literally the equivalent of like when I build like one of those scroll the F down like 3-man back stacks in like the playoff. And they're just like, just bet it, man. You're gonna get better odds. You're not gonna win the gauntlet with that team anyway.
Yeah.
Like you're better off just betting it than playing it.
I'd rather get 1 point in a bracket challenge.
You might have to do this Penn shit on your own time, brother.
Yeah, let's throw in the Fighting Illini there.
Shout
out Urbana Champagne.
This is gonna be staring at his bracket like right before lock and just real sweaty with Illinois still in it, and then like at the last second just full send Penn.
Biggest favorites in the first round, 31 points for Arizona. 24 is like fifth-ish. Duke's at 28.5. So you didn't do that bad, Nez.
That's true.
Just the fifth biggest dogs.
I mean, but Nez has already won because he can kind of walk back the take at this point. But if Penn upsets, he's still gonna get credit for being on it. So he can't lose.
Nez knew. Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for setting that up for that win-win scenario.
Yeah, you're good. St. Mary's 7 seed versus Texas A&M, 57% to 43% here. Yeah. St. Mary's minus 2.5 point favorites. Field is playing this one both ways, 53-44. So we can do whatever here.
Yeah, I think A&M is better leverage. I had St. Mary's selected. It's a 2.5 point spread. St. Mary's getting selected 60% of the time, basically. So, for a game that seems it's going to play way tighter, maybe some leverage there.
Yep.
Sorry, nobody look at my password.
Nez just real quick had a Pornhub tab pull up on his phone.
For the audio listeners, we had a Pete Sunday cram incident.
Yeah, do not search Dylan Sampson injury news.
A little Dylan Harper basketball injury update.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do. What do? We did St. Mary's here, and then
or I think we're gonna go A&M. We're gonna oppo it
actually
because the field's overconfident.
So this is gonna be like our all chaos region because we've already done like one big upset. Florida is the weakest of the 1 seeds anyway, so we can just play this as our chaos bracket.
Yeah. I think we like maybe the Cougs here. So
yeah,
we'll get to it.
We won't get too crazy. We'll play Houston over. Who are they playing here?
Oh yeah. We're Houston over Idaho. Yeah.
Idaho.
Yeah. They're 27-point favorites or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, nothing to talk about.
We're now to Arizona versus Long Island. I'm not looking to get too Cinderella here.
Biggest favorites in the tournament.
There you go. Nova versus Utah State. We were talking about this one before. This is one of the ones where the field is picking Nova, who's technically an underdog, at a higher clip, 54-43. But the Nez model says people might go with the Utah State percentage in the underdog app. So where does that leave us?
I think it leaves us with Nova, but maybe I think this one's going to be way more close because like Nova's a basketball school, right? People would much rather take a basketball school based in Philadelphia than Utah State. So
Right.
Maybe we do go Utah State after all.
I like it. Egger says Utah State should be a 7.
I like it. Utah and Gonzaga get that, Villanova and Gonzaga get that name brand every year, regardless of seed.
Yeah.
Yep. We then have Wisconsin versus High Point here. Someone in the chat was pounding the table for High Point earlier.
Let's be the guys. Let's be the guys.
It's not even
Wisconsin,
a 10-point spread.
What's the spread?
9.5. And I just don't have dude, Wisconsin basketball, give me a break. Nobody's picking basketball. High Point. No one's picking High Point.
High Point. Sounds like what happened to that Arkansas guy. Okay. All right. High Point it is. We're just getting freaky.
Yeah. We're getting freaky because Arkansas is going to the Sweet 16 in this bracket.
We then have the Razorbacks versus Hawaii.
Woo pig.
Yeah. I feel like if I was a mainstream pundit, I would float a take about the flooding in Maui really being a galvanizing force for Hawaii to want to pull off an upset for everybody back home. But I don't know if I have that take in me.
No, I gotta go with Calipari.
Okay, that's fair. I tried to muster a contrarian take and I couldn't do it. Life's too easy down there for them. There's just nothing to really push them.
They're fine.
I fucking love it there.
Now he's incredible.
I saw a TikTok the other day, and this guy's like, Hawaii's so underrated. He said Hawaii's so underrated, and everyone in the chat's like, I don't know, man. It seems pretty properly rated. Everybody, unanimously agrees Hawaii's great.
That's
that whole South Kihei Road area is just goated, man.
Yeah, holy cow. We got someone in the chat calling for not only a High Point upset, but by 18 points.
Let's go.
Remember where you heard it first. Divine understanding.
Divine understanding.
Exact point total. Fade at your own risk.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sliding up that alt line for sure. Okay, BYU versus an unnamed TBD here.
It's either NC State or Texas, which is honestly probably some leverage in just taking one of these teams because people don't like to take the teams that play against one another to get to the next round. But BYU has AJ DeBonsa, and he's a top prospect. So I might be team BYU here, but I think everybody might be.
DeBonsa's gonna go in the top 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Damn.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
Because I really like the take until you said that, Nez, because NC State was in the top 10 in 3-point variance. So I was like,
Ken Palm loves NC State.
Okay.
Do you just do it? Do you just ignore the fact that DeBonsa's
This is going against it's Ken Palm versus the Nez 1 alpha model.
I know, model versus model.
Let's keep BYU in there.
We're
already pretty off the board.
Okay.
We're star power bros.
Yeah.
Gonzaga here versus what is it? Kennesaw State. What's the spread here, John?
21.5 favorite for Gonzaga.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Doesn't Gonzaga have an injury too? I
believe that they were on that list. I'll find it.
Yeah, I think it's Huff.
Braden Huff.
Yeah, Braden Huff.
He's been out the last 15 games, so they're used to playing without him.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go with Gonzaga here. Gonzaga BYU will be a fun second round there.
Yeah.
Then we are down to Miami versus Missouri. And Nick Rudman said he'd snap our necks in half if we didn't pick Miami to win.
He did. Strong arming the program. Like very interesting decision making there. But 2.5 point spread, favored for Miami. 145 point total here. Let's see who's got any good players here for Miami. I had Miami penciled in, but
yeah, Miami, the percentages, the field's picking Miami 62 to 35 here. I actually don't know why that doesn't add. I'm just realizing some of these don't add up to 100 here, which I'm trying to figure out now. But I'm good with either. I'm good playing either one here.
Let's go with the Rudman narrative.
Okay.
They just got effed in the natty, and let's let them have some fun.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a great narrative.
And then we got Purdue versus Queens, and I did learn this Queens is not in New York. I believe it's North Carolina. It is not Queens, the borough in New York. There
are they in like the Queen City of North Carolina or something? Like it's got to be. I mean, I got to go Purdue just based on the fact that they're representing Queens, New York, and they're not even from there.
Yeah. It is a small college from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yep. Okay. I think Charlotte's the Queen City. So there you go.
There you go. Well done, Nez.
Okay. That brings us to, because we're going to pick Purdue. We are down to our final region for the opening games.
This is where I shine, boys. This is where let me cross-reference my math there. Georgia, only 2.5 point favorites. One of the higher total games out here. St. Louis, the highest 3-point variant team here.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. That's an easy upset. It's low stakes. The field loves Georgia because they think it's football. Yeah, let's go St. Louis, man.
Yeah, that's a name brand pick that we oppo, and that's our one.
Home region advantage. St. Louis playing in the Midwest also.
Ooh, you won't find that kind of nugget on any bracket preview show. Next up, Texas Tech. Akron. 69% chance for Texas Tech. Akron 31%. Field's kind of playing it pretty close there, like 75-25 in favor of Texas Tech. Are we getting frisky here? Playing the Red Raiders.
I'm going back to the injury report here, and it seems like both Watson and Anderson are trending in the right direction for the Texas Tech stuff. So I'm hard to oppo this one.
All right. We'll play the chalk here. Texas Tech, and then we will head to Alabama versus Hofstra. 74% chance Alabama here, who's 11.5 point favorites versus Hofstra.
I don't think that's too convincing. As far as like a heavy favorite here.
Yeah, Field's picking Hofstra at only a 9% clip.
Do we just go Bama just because they're still better? But I feel like 11.5 is
roll damn dad.
All right.
11.5 starts to look real good when you're already on board with the 24.5 point. Holy cow, this is basically a guaranteed win.
I love how we spent the first half an hour talking about probably don't have to get too gal brain in these contests. There's only 250 people in some of them, and now we're just like, Hofstra.
It's because I'm clicking the damn buttons. Someone Goods is saying the nerds are on Hofstra. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
This is actually part of our bigger scheme to kind of create the leveling dynamic as we are building a really contrarian bracket, hoping our influencing powers trickle down into the contest, and then we just jam the chalk and steal all
chest,
the
baby.
pre-roll prizes ourselves.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see. Okay, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do Hofstra. We're just gonna do it. Or do you want to do Bama?
Let's go Hofstra. This is a fun pick here.
Right.
Tech's getting healthy. Yeah.
Tennessee versus play-in team here. We just want to play the Tennessee.
Yeah, the only thing that does kind of bum me out is Miami of Ohio's lost one game this season, and like that's pretty fun if they can make it past SMU. But yeah, I'm inclined to go Tennessee.
Yeah, where the TCU and Cal Baptist horny peeps, SMU there as well, from what I hear. So shout out
the Methodists.
That's right. Virginia versus Wright State. Maybe it's just because of like the Wright brothers, but it sounds like a school that was debunked in the 1940s.
I'm Team Virginia.
Yeah,
I'm not getting crazy there.
All right, Virginia, and then we have Kentucky versus Santa Clara. This is one that's pretty close to a coin flip that the field's playing Kentucky at a much higher clip.
This is like the John point of people just like gravitating toward brand names. You know, Kentucky, common basketball school, but only 2.5 point favorites here. That's got me.
Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Another nice school there in California. And we will wrap up our final round 1 pick, Iowa State over Tennessee State. They are 24.5 point underdogs. We call that the pen around here.
The pen line.
The pen line.
All right.
Let's now we are to round 2 here. We got Duke versus TCU. Duke would be 80% faves in this scenario, with the field picking them at a 94% clip. Do we want to just chalk it up, Duke over TCU?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We then get St. John's versus Kansas. This one, like true coin flip here, 4 and 5 seed, field slightly preferring St. John's, but we could do whatever here.
I think you just take the best. Like, I think everyone's going to have this same take where everyone wants to be slappy St. John's, and you just take the kid who's going to go first overall in the NBA draft to get it done when the lights are the brightest.
Just remember where you were when Peterson sits for personal reasons after round 1. See ya. I got no fire in me. But
for personal reasons in the tournament would be insane.
Just get ready. All right, Sparty versus Louisville. It's a classic matchup.
Yep, another pretty close to a coin flip, but the field's going to play Sparty here. We were kind of talking about this earlier when Crutches mentioned Louisville. This could be play the fun upset spot here if you want at pretty good leverage.
Yeah, we think that freshman guard will play. Let's do it.
Yeah, I just asked. I was in Jeff Mueller's DMs, and I asked him. He said he's basically a lock to play. So.
Let's go. And then you guys go with UConn over UCF, or John, is that?
Yeah, good with it. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing mine at the same time here, and you guys are moving faster than me. So
don't do it, bro.
Yeah, relax, John. All right, then we got Florida versus Clemson here. This is going to be our region of chaos. We've kind of already decided with the Amir Khan pick, but do we want to play Florida though to make it to the Sweet 16?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how many Clemson Alpha.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
And then does Amir Khan see his riches expand even further with an upset here, or do the Cornhuskers send this boy to whatever new team he's going to latch on and backstab?
Yeah, this is where the good old heart of America takes down Mr. fucking Hollywood for selling out, and we get Nebraska takes care of business here.
Some good cornbread bros.
Yeah.
Okay. We then have VCU versus Illinois after a heartbreaking double overtime loss for Penn.
Yep.
Does Illinois squeak by VCU here?
Man, the 24.5 point favorites. Maybe. No, I got Illinois. I'm gonna go chalk here. Then we can get crazy after.
No, becauseNej, you have to pick Illinois because this is actually Illinois has to go on a generational run because then you get to say, had they not faced Illinois, who went on to win the tournament, Penn would have been like a lock for the Sweet 16, but they just ran into the best team in the tournament.
That's actually really true. Yeah, just a bad draw.
Yeah. Okay. Then we have Texas A&M versus what do we have down here? Houston. Do we want to just play Houston here?
I'm a Houston slappy. Yeah. I think Houston's really good.
Okay. All right. We are now to the to the West region here. Arizona versus Utah State. This is one where it's like a 75% Arizona, 25% Utah State, but obviously the field piling on Arizona to advance to the Sweet 16. We want to get cute here or play the Wildcats?
I think it's Cats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
Strong 1C.
TJ McConnell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alma mater.
Yep. Great call.
We then have Arkansas versus High Point. Let's just say the first round was the high point for them because they ain't making it to the Sweet 16.
Nah.
Divine intervention or divine understanding.
Divine understanding is like High Point by 42.
Yeah, they say high points are cheap brands of pistols and they jam often, so we're going Arkansas here too.
Nice. We then get that BYU Gonzaga. Are we going to take the more well-rounded team or one of the best players in college basketball?
Let's ride this BYU train.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's another one, 58-42%. So weighted coin flip there, but field going to be on Gonzaga. I like the Nez model here.
Yeah, soak it up. Miami. Purdue.
Team Rudman. Let's keep that train rolling.
All right. I don't like Purdue. I just don't like Purdue.
They just seem boring, right?
They're like, just get out of here. They are boring. Dude. Yeah, I'm not a Boilermaker. Get out of here.
What's the only thing they've ever given us? Drew Brees?
This is going to be costly for Rudman because where's the Sweet 16 taking place in the West region? You know he's buying tickets to go watch Miami of Ohio in the Sweet 16.
Yep.
All right, final round of 32 region we still have here, Midwest region. This was where John was cooking here with Michigan versus St. Louis. Can St. Louis keep the Cinderella dream alive, John?
I think Michigan's too good a team for St. Louis. I mean, St. Louis, I'm learning from the chat that they have 4 guys who shot over 36% from 3. And 3 of those 4 were over 40. So it's fun and high variance, but I think Michigan is going to get beat in the next iteration here.
Okay. We then have our Texas Tech versus Hofstra. Can the nerds do it again? Or does Texas Tech reign supreme?
Texas Tech gets healthy by now here. The boys are feeling pressure after one game. And
Okay. We then have the Tennessee Volunteers versus Virginia. This one, this seems like a really strong Tennessee play based on market odds say this would be like a coin flip, but 63% is playing Virginia to win here.
So they got this freshman, Nate Ament, right? That's like the big decision point here.
Yeah, he's going to be a top 10 guy, right?
Yeah, it looks like he's like 6'10".
Mm-hmm.
Dude, someone said in the chat earlier that he's like the second coming of Jalen Johnson. And the math is telling us that this is a good oppo spot. Let's take Tennessee.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
I like it.
Virginia chokes.
Rocky Top, baby.
And then Santa Clara versus Iowa State here. Probably just Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa State, good team. People don't give them enough respect because they're Iowa State. So that's the thesis.
Okay. We then have Duke versus Kansas. Duke versus Kansas here in the Sweet 16. Dukies.
Peterson goes Kawhi and actually like plays when it matters. Kawhi's my comp for him.
Oh my god, that's such a fun comp. And Kawhi's been playing so well until he rolled his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
I think we play Duke here and then play the Louisville upset.
Okay, cool.
Louisville Sweet 16 or Elite 8.
Yeah, and they have this one close, like 54% UConn, 46% Louisville. If these guys square off and like the field is just jamming UConn here because they're mostly already playing Louisville out. So I like this Louisville angle.
Cool. That's fun.
Yeah, this is such a good read by John in the chat. I can tell by looking at John's face, he wants to have no top 2 seeds in his Final Four. He can't help himself. That is totally, as Nez said on Twitter, a scroll the F down mentality.
Yeah. All right. South region.
Yes. South region. We have Gators versus Nebraska.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of respect for Nebraska. Like, yeah. I think I'm Gators here. I know that they're the weakest 1 seed, but maybe everybody else is thinking that too, and they're like, "Oh, let's just like pick them for an upset." But
yeah, we should have just done Amir Khan over the Gators just for the full lulz.
I know.
But then we got Illinois versus Houston. This is a coin flip one in the market.
Yeah, I just like take Houston because I'm a slappy and like I always Houston.
Yeah.
But the Illini here, they got Keaton Wagler, who's pretty nice. He's a freshman. He's 6'6", shoots 40% from 3. And then for the Houston side of things, like they're just like a complete team. Like Kingston Fleming is a guy that we like here. He's a freshman.
Yeah, they got 2 top 20 guys according to the overall rankings. Maybe top 15 guys.
I'm gonna go Houston.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, this is probably gonna be. I like the Illinois stuff.
Do you? You can do Illinois.
No, I'd rather go Houston here. Let's get that really nice and popular. Really. Relax, Kevin. Relax. Kevin in the chat says Illinois is winning it all. By the way, if you're just tuning in, we are filling out our bracket here on Underdog. Shout out Nez for getting the phone screen share up here for us. It is mobile only. Maybe in future years, we'll be able to do this on desktop. We have the link pinned in the chat. It's in the description. If you're listening after the fact on audio or on YouTube, you can find the link in the description. You just click that link and you will be automatically entered into a free roll pool. Here we showed the prizes earlier. We're going to have $1,000 to first place, top 10 get paid, completely free to enter. So join that. Take a few seconds, even if you don't care as much as we are getting into the weeds here today. Just smash a few buttons and see if you can run good here in this free roll contest.
John's so right in the chat. I'm just like working it through as we go with you guys, and I've won 1 seed in the 4, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta walk this back.
Yeah, John's trying to win. John doesn't care about these small pools. He's trying to win the whole shebang.
Oh yeah. Good point, Pete. Thank you.
Which was okay. So we did Houston. Now we're to Arizona versus the Razorbacks, right? What do we want to do here?
I'm Team Acuff, man.
Okay.
This is you gotta get a little just slightly cute here.
Okay.
BYU versus Rudman. Sorry, Rudman. The dream dies here.
Yeah, that's where AJ takes over and shows that he could be the 1-1.
Yep. Another heartbreaking loss to a Midwest school for Miami here. All right. Someone's going to correct me on Utah not being in the Midwest, whatever. That's the internet. I mean, I went to battle about oat milk and almond milk and avocados spiritually being a vegetable instead of a fruit on Monday. So I'm ready to battle any of the semantic nitpickers this week.
You were right about that.
Thank you. Okay. Michigan versus Texas Tech here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm team Michigan, team Wolverines here.
Let's do it. And then Iowa State versus Tennessee. This is another one where it's like 60-40 in favor of Iowa State, but obviously people are going to be way more on the 2 seed here than Tennessee if you guys want to get silly.
Let's go, baby Jalen Johnson, baby.
Yeah.
Baby Jalen Johnson.
Should have never said that. Should have never said that.
It's the where he's gonna like sprain his ankle in the first quarter and your entire bracket just goes up in flames.
That happened to me in last year's double dribble. I had put my entire livelihood in his hands, and then he broke his shoulder. So that's going to happen here.
Oh no. Okay. Are we to the Sweet 16 here?
So this is actually Elite 8.
Elite 8. Sorry. Yeah.
To get to the Final Four.
Duke versus Louisville.
Yeah, we got Duke.
Yeah.
All right. The Louisville dream dies. We're getting Duke to the Final Four. We then have Florida versus Illinois / Houston. Oh, I just revealed my bracket. Oops. I mean, Florida versus Houston. Florida.
No, Houston. Houston's got these 2 freshmen that are both going in the top 15. Let's get them. Let's get them to the Final Four.
Yeah, they're going to hoop.
Let's get their draft stock up. Fleming going in the top 5.
Okay. Next up, we have BYU versus the Razorbacks here.
That's right.
Wow.
The new region of chaos, the West.
Razorbacks or Nez model?
This is your model, bro.
My model likes Arkansas.
Okay. All right. They both have.
Yeah, both have top prospects.
And then Michigan versus Tennessee.
I'm Michigan. We got queued up until this point. Now it's time to eat our vegetables.
All right.
Okay. So now we have Duke versus Houston in the Final Four, and then Arkansas versus Michigan. So we have a 1-2 seed, 1-4. For as off the board as we got, this is tame.
Yeah, we reeled it back in. Like, let us have some fun, and then we reeled it in when it matters.
D-Max, like we got 3 6 seeds in the Elite 8. It's crazy.
This is March, baby.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the madness part of March?
Yeah.
March something.
Don't make the bracket you think will happen. Make the bracket you wish would happen.
Yeah. Do you want to be right or do you want to win?
Yeah, nice.
It's a free roll. You're not even putting any of your hard-earned dollars.
No, just my reputation.
Duke versus Houston.
What do you think, John?
I think this is where Boozer just does his thing and goes, "Hey guys, I'm the top 3 lotto pick, not you freshmen boys." Yeah, I think it's Duke.
All right, Duke, and then Michigan versus Arkansas. This is the true scroll the F down moment. You go 2 number 1 seeds. It's going to be a final that everybody and their mother has. Or do you get a little frisky?
Let me see.
Be 68. It looks like Michigan would be 68% to 32% versus Arkansas.
Oh, dude, I think I gotta go Razorbacks. I think this is where we win the whole damn thing.
Let's go.
The separator here is that Acuff, his fellow backcourt member is Malik Thomas, who's from Pittsburgh. So
The model, baby. The model.
yeah,
There it is. All right. Duke versus Arkansas. Arkansas wins it. Combined final score is.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this because I was entering mine right now. I'm looking at the totals for like a lot of these games, and they're hovering in like the 165s, 156s, 148s. I know everybody wants to forecast big scores in the finals. I think somewhere between 150 and 168 is probably intelligent.
yeah, we're gonna go on the high end,
Yeah.
169.
All right, cool. That seems
But-
right?
Yeah. So who's it going to be? Because I feel like we did enough like off the board shit before we got here that like just having the Duke Arkansas natty, like you could probably just like take Duke. Like I think Arkansas is like if you're trying to win, like I don't know. What do you think?
I think that this is the spot we were talking about where for the smaller pools, you absolutely take Duke because you're kind of free rolling like the Arkansas points. Like not a lot of people are going to have them in the championship. In the bigger pool, like when you're trying to solo ship that 20K, that's when you click the Arkansas.
So to you guys, I pose the question because I'm submitting this. I'm not changing this. Would you prefer to split $333 when we win Pete's competition, or you want $333, or do you want 6.7K when we ship the flagship with an Arkansas?
I want the 6.7K because it'd be a bad look if I won my own contest. You know?
It would be. It would be. They would be on your ass for winning a 1K to first free roll.
Yeah. More site credits for me.
Easy to pick Arkansas on a free roll.
Easy to pick Arkansas in a free roll on site with site credits as prizes.
Oh, I love it.
Submit it, lock it, and load it. Let's go.
This is actually such a good comment in the chat. Dorito right there.
Yeah.
This is one of the better NBA draft.
He pulled it up.
Yeah.
You were doing your own bracket.
I just want to point out, so literally as Dorito is saying this, I just want to talk about Nez pushing his Houston agenda because of Kingston Fleming. So I'm seeing number 5 right now, projected overall pick to Houston. Do you know who's the number 6 overall pick? A little point guard, shooting guard on Illinois named Keaton Wagler. So your model might be over indexing on the Houston side because of your close proximity to that school that you live in, which we've already diagnosed as an issue for you with some of the homerisms in these picks, Nez.
Let me do a little clickety clack here. Update the model. See if we can get Illinois a little bit of a bump.
All right.
This is the shipper. I like what we did here. Nobody is going to dupe this because everybody is listening to ETR's pods. They're listening to everybody that tells them to go chalk, chalk, chalk. And we come through and sock them in the mouth and we win by like 50 points.
This has to be like, again, I don't follow the NFL draft, NBA draft too closely, but when was the last time that there wasn't a Euro or some foreign player project in the top 10? Like these are all NCAA freshmen, which pretty sick for March Madness to get to watch so many future top picks all play in this tournament.
Yeah, it's actually like pretty sweet. It makes it more enjoyable. Like, no offense to the Euros, but like I like knowing and having seen these guys and have something to base off of based on the competition and whatnot. So it's a pretty sweet draft class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one foreign player is actually a Mexican-born player that like could potentially vault into. I don't know him at all. Grim Lopez.
Never heard of him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Egger, I'm not able to do it in mass, which sucks. But if you guys want to rip a CBB team real quick, I'd be down.
Okay, here I got you.
You don't want to keep the mobile bit going.
There you go. I'm down with the mobile bit. The mobile bit's pretty cool, actually.
I actually kind of like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, go for it. Go for it.
Let me find it.
Yeah. Oh my dinger slows.
Wait, no, this is the tournament, right? So we're not doing that. We want to do a daily.
Yeah, that's the one we want.
Isn't that what we want?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. This is like playoff best ball, right? Where we're trying to correlate on a few teams we think can make a run.
Okay. Yeah. All right. 1 out of 6, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5. Let's get in here.
This is fun.
Oh, they actually, yeah, you're gonna have to pull it up, or
okay,
yeah, or actually, no, hold on. Stop. I got it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have to refresh my active
Are you guys doing any Membies hoop stuff today, or?
I thought about it, and we got a lot of stuff coming this week, so do a 2.5 hour show here, probably not.
Never mind, John. Yeah. Take over. I apologize.
Okay.
It doesn't like that I'm like sharing remotely.
Got it.
Let me get our screens back. Okay.
That was fun though. Glad we figured that out for future reference.
There we go.
All right.
More spots.
So, John, for people who aren't familiar with this contest, give a little TLDR here.
Yeah, I would be one of them. So yeah, it's effectively just like advancing out of your pod, similar to playoff best ball style. So you need your team to push forward, but then you also need fantasy points and high scoring along the way. So I imagine there's probably some alpha to being like, hey, I'm taking an upset team. I think you get really into like the dance kind of dynamics where you'd be like balancing the Alex Carusos of the world with the Giannis from somewhere else and being like, hey, can this team upset or whatnot? So we're going to find out on the fly, because this is my first of these and I'm not going to pretend to, that I know anything about this. So this will just be fun.
I think it helps having just gone through the entire tournament and like being able to team search and knowing like, who we think's going to go far. And hopefully like just sneak our way out, doing it that way.
Yeah. And the structure, 1 big, 2 flex, 1 guard, 1 wing, 5 bench. So yeah, I mean, we're effectively just doing a dance, but with this as the player pool.
Nice. Yeah. Read off ADP here. Who are the top guys here?
We got Boozer. We got Lendenberg, Bog. I don't know who this guy is. Arizona is got 1, 2, 3, 4. Arizona has like 5 guys in the top 20. So you can build Arizona multiple ways. The Michigan kid goes first. Boozer goes next. Arizona goes next. We could be the Florida guys, but we're probably not going to get someone to come back to us. Arizona, there's a ton of options that could come back. Want to be the Houston guys and do the Flemings thing?
Let's do Houston, and then I'll either you or me, Pete. We need to like maybe do a little bit of like game theory and make sure we're not like overlapping brackets too much.
Yeah. So here, let me give it a zoom here so we can see a bit better.
Oh yeah, I'll keep the bracket up.
Yeah, so like
I'll tell you if we're headed down a collision course we don't want.
Yeah, I mean we're just avoiding Florida.
Oh, we lost Illinois too.
Illinois.
By doing Houston, we lost Illinois.
And also just to like for the rounds, because obviously it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that clean. Round 1 is for the first 2 games. And then round 2 is for Sweet 16 and Elite 8. Semifinals is only the final 4 games. And then the final is the championship game. Oh, okay. There it is too.
There you go. Okay. So we could start doing Arizona stuff, but it doesn't really make sense after we started Houston, right? So we just keep going down the Houston path.
Arizona's fine. They would meet in the championship.
Yeah, Arizona or Purdue is from that same region. We could play Purdue if we think those guys are easier to get.
Okay, let's do Purdue so we're not fighting anybody.
Okay.
We could also do Duke because they don't meet until, but you already got Boozer gone, so you don't really want to
Yeah,
do
that would just be a pure spite Eggers play right there.
right.
Which, I mean, I think we're all on board.
He's
with.
due. He's due for some spite.
Now the question is, how many teams to fill a finals roster will be necessary? You know, like how many players? Because there's going to be so much overlap in the ones, right? That if you just show up with like 3 players from Illinois and Illinois makes like the Final Four or something, are you live enough? Like, do you actually have to fill a finals roster like you do in NBA?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
This is way more survive in advance.
Mm-hmm. This would be a really cool contest to get like really down the rabbit hole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Eggers doesn't think so. He got 8th with 3 guys last year.
What's the first place prize in this?
It is
20K?
20K to first.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's I mean,
It's pretty
effectively
fun.
the dance. Yeah.
So like let's see who are some other like studs that we can just like amass points with.
Dude, here's our boy.
A Cup is so cheap.
Do we take the
Yeah.
Houston big first?
Probably.
Okay. So Houston's riding these 2 freshmen that are going to get drafted. And then we got a little bit of Purdue. What's going on with Purdue here? Trey Kaufman, Wren, Oscar Clough. Okay, I think we want to do Arkansas, right? Did they overlap with Purdue?
They would face each other in the Elite 8.
Damn.
Let's
Let's just do it. He's our guy.
Yeah.
Or we could do the BYU. Where's BYU?
Yeah, go BYU. We thought
BYU's in the
BYU
same
could
thing.
get to
No.
the Elite 8.
BYU would face Purdue in the Sweet 16, so do Arkansas instead.
It's
Okay,
all right.
we can use them
Oh,
one-offs
no.
then.
Yeah.
Push the motherfucking plane.
We're just begging to advance. We really just want that first round equity.
Yeah, let's recuperate. Let's just get all one-offs.
Okay, so we got Houston's our main bet here. We got Purdue and BYU as one-offs from the top right quadrant of the bracket, right? That's where my mind went.
Yeah, we are like heavily dotting the top right.
No, just 2 teams, right? Whereas
Well,
just
just two
Purdue.
teams, but yeah.
Arkansas and Purdue. The regions we haven't touched a Midwest region team or an East region team yet.
Okay, so East region we can punt because it's Duke. So we don't need to play anyone from there unless we want to play the Kansas kid. But he's probably already gone.
Did the Louisville guy go? That was our fun angle.
Don't think so.
Okay,
Louisville would be a fun angle out of this one.
Who did we like from Louisville?
Michael Brown is the freshman. I think he's a guard.
This guy's not even getting drafted, dude.
Wait, really?
Did Fears
guy pick.
Did Fears go? It's Mikel.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it too far down to make sense?
No, we're gonna cook here.
Is Fears gone?
I think we got to take this Houston wing first.
Yeah, lock it up. We need Houston.
Tugler?
Yeah, Joseph Tugler.
No one's gonna take him though.
Well, he's got an ADP. Other guys don't have ADPs. I think our key here is that and Tugler goes. Nobody's gonna take him. Staff takes him.
I would go Jeremy Fears.
Fears.
Yeah.
What team is he?
Michigan State. He's gonna fill it up. He's He's going to get us through.
Okay. All right. Then Michigan State, that definitely makes sense for us to play that.
You got no Duke, no Kansas, no UConn. He's our East piece.
Trey Kaufman-Renn is going to shoot 28 8-foot floaters a game.
That's a sick game. That's pretty sweet.
That's the Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah.
Left-handed floaters from a big. Okay, so we got two pieces of Houston. We got the BYU kid and the Purdue kid battling it out. Do we want Michigan State? Or do we want another Houston guard?
We have two Houston guys right now?
Yeah.
Maybe go another Houston piece.
Okay.
Has anybody from Iowa State been taken?
Has anyone been taken from Iowa State?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Eggers, of course.
Joshua Jefferson goes pretty high. He's got a 14 ADP.
Yeah, he's nice.
Let's find another. Who else did we potentially like that nobody else is going to touch?
Baby Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, that was like our whole MO.
Yeah,
right.
Baby Jalen Johnson or the St. Louis Devils that are going to chuck threes.
So Tennessee is we don't have anybody else from that quadrant, right?
No.
And okay, so they would have to upset Michigan, which knocks off a couple teams. Ohio State guy goes early. All right.
And then who are the good players for St. Louis? Because I kind of like the idea of like if they get hot in the tournament.
The one problem with St. Louis is they're the same bracket as Tennessee.
Yeah, but they wouldn't meet until the final the Elite Eight.
Okay. All right.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Baby JJ.
We need some wing depth too.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a Houston wing? Because we could add two St. Louis shooters and then a Houston wing, and this team would make sense.
Name search Houston. I'll tell you who's good.
Okay. I don't know. There's just something to say like it's just two St. Louis shooters, and then this team really works.
Yep.
There's one St. Louis wing after we got jacked on that.
Tugler. McCarty doesn't even show up in the pick'em lobby.
He's got a 0 projection.
All right. Well, let's just like if you search wings, then I can tell if you were like really trying to.
We kind of need a wing and a big combo of a team that we haven't done anything with yet.
Is Clough the dude that's hurt? No, Clough isn't hurt.
Okay.
We like Clough.
Okay, so Oscar Clough will be our guy.
He's Purdue, which is top right, but they wouldn't meet Arkansas.
I don't know if we want to. Don't we have two teams already from that region with BYU and Arkansas?
True.
Yeah, maybe not ideal.
MSU? We got that Fears piece.
Sure.
Michigan State. Okay. Carson Cooper.
ESU or MS or is that
Michigan State?
Great. Okay.
All right. Carson Cooper plays alongside the Fears stuff.
Yeah.
And then now with our last two picks, we probably just need a wing and a big that won't overlap with Houston.
So Houston's the big play, right? How many do we have of the Cougars now?
We have 4.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, we have 3. We have 3 Houston. 3 Houston.
3 Houston, and hope that they play anybody. Well, specifically, we would hope that they would play DeBonsa. They would get Michigan State in the Final Four, so not in the finals. They could get Ament in the finals.
Man, we need a team.
I still think Clough is a finals piece, right? Like
He's
he would
gone,
knock off.
He's gone.
Okay.
What we need is like 2 Nebraska guys or something like that.
Search Nebraska. Well, I don't see them. We don't need Nebraska at all. That would be pretty actually detrimental to our team. What about Purdue? Purdue,
that same issue.
Well, we at this point we're just looking at finals. Like it's okay that we lose to Bonsa, but they would face Houston in the finals.
Okay.
And then
I thought Nebraska was good for us. Bottom left. Oh no,
because we're playing
bottom
Houston.
Left. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So we need someone on the right side of the bracket. So that would be, that St. Louis play again to like take one of those shooters.
Yeah, or Texas Tech. Texas Tech would have been our guys if they're not getting drafted.
Are they not?
I don't know.
Take one of them.
Yeah, Texas Tech was the play. Double Texas Tech guys.
Just take one. Take Christian Anderson if he comes back.
Yeah, Anderson and Watts would have been good, like because they're both trending towards playing too. So that would have been the play. So
Anderson's got a 32.5 PRA for round 1.
Wow. Okay. We're pretty strong at the guard position, I think.
Yeah, but like you can flex, you can start 3 of those guys.
Right.
Damn.
Honestly, for just like not knowing shit, like we built a 6 out of 10 team that's not like stupid.
No.
It is fun to go from doing like the bracket stuff and looking at kind of like how the public's thinking about it and then hopping over here because you have a little bit more confidence in pushing some of those underdog angles that are just like coin flips. We're like the same thing's probably happening to ADP as it is like the ownership percentage where it's like you play the coin flip in the other direction and all of a sudden these guys are like undervalued by 4 rounds or whatever.
Yeah. Right. Like you can load up on one chalk team and then just like a couple one-off Cinderellas. Like it's pretty fun.
Read the final squad here for the people and then I'm going to have to run in a sec.
Yeah.
Let's butcher some names. Okay. So we went with the Houston bet. So we get Flemings in there. We get Braden Smith for Purdue there. Jeremy Fears Jr., which is not related to Jeremiah Fears.
I would hope not. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Milos Uzan. I'm going with Uzan. Christian Anderson. The kid who's going to go for BYU. How do you say his name? AJ what?
Debonsa.
Dude,
they are related.
Oh my God, it's Jeremiah Fears' brother. We're drawing dead.
One's so close to his junior, and then you rug pull him and actually name his little brother Jeremiah and Jeremy.
Nate Ament, Trey Kaufman-Wren, Chris Senak, and then Carson Cooper. Not bad.
That was fun. I'm going to do some of these.
Yeah, that was fun. I think if you pull the bracket up, now that you like this contest is like way easier to navigate with the bracket, right?
Yeah.
And as long as you just don't overlap and you can find like a team that can make maybe 2 wins in the first round for your last 3 picks, like that's totally fine.
Going back full circle to our joke at the top of the show would be a pretty good sport for an overlay tool to help guide you through some of those dynamics.
Yeah.
like
a max games played based on if you're running into something there.
Yeah, a clock can spin up for me in the next 10 hours.
There you go. All right.
Fun.
Appreciate everybody. I feel like in some previous years I haven't like had time to dig in as much. So it was fun to go game by game and look at all that stuff with you guys. Make sure you hop in the Deposit Kingdom tournament. Like we mentioned a few times, you can literally find it anywhere: Twitter, Discord, YouTube. We've blasted it everywhere. Instagram. 414 people right now. It is a complete free roll. There is no excuse not to enter. Literally, all you need is an Underdog account. You don't have to put any money in. Whatever. Click the link. Join the pool. fill out the thing. And if you win $1,000, the top 10 all gets prizes. First place is also going to get a spot on the Best Ball Bash to draft a team with me. We'll do a $100 entry, whatever is available in the lobby. Second place, $100 gift card. Got some Badge Bros merch in there if that is your thing. And yeah, let the people know your guys' schedule rest of the week.
Yeah, G for Gumby tomorrow, winner's circle. It's not official until it's official when he jumps in the winner's circle. So welcome on the Dog Bowl champion tomorrow. Then talk a little bit of hoops. Big hoops, like kind of like week in general. Like they're monster slates every day. Even like Friday's the smallest slate and it's like 6. So we'll probably do hoops the next 3 days. But man, we're 8 days away from opening day. So I got to mix in some dingers and stuff. So I'll for sure do a paywall dinger mixed in there amongst our hoop slates. So planning forward facing tomorrow with Gumby, probably paywall on Thursday, and then probably a double feature show because the slate's a little bit smaller on Thursday or on Friday rather, that we'll do hoops, then baseball or something like that.
Yeah, I was just looking because Dinger and Solo Shot and stuff close next Wednesday. So maybe we do one more baseball show. I wouldn't, maybe we could do my Solo Shot entry or something like that. Baseball.
Yeah, that'd be
OTC next week.
That'd be perfect. And you know what else would couple well with that is we're going to have an opening day slate for daily baseball. So we could talk through the basic principles of daily baseball on Tuesday as well.
Perfect. All right. Plan for a baseball show. Actually, shit. I need to talk to you guys about that because I'm away next week. Okay. I have a flight Tuesday afternoon, but I need to talk to the Swolecast guys too, because I was going to try to move some shows up to Monday, but whatever. I'll figure it out with you guys. If not, you can run the baseball show without me.
Sounds good.
All right. Appreciate all of you guys. I got the Swolecast here in a half hour. We're going to be doing some more March Madness talk, maybe a little Survivor March Madness. Tomorrow for the Swolecast members, I think we're going to do one of the Swolecuttas. The Calcutta for March Madness. So that'll be fun too, to apply some of this stuff to that. And then still trying to schedule some kind of ship chasing episode with me, but can't seem to get the guys nailed down on that. So I won't make any promises. And then yes, the Goobers on After Dark on Saturday. Good luck in your brackets. Go join the Deposit Kingdom one. We will see you guys next time on Off and On the Clock. Peace.